Hi everyone, it's Lesley here and I have a Valentine's card to share with you. I'm calling it Lucky Bunny, and I'm actually kind of lucky because there was so many eek moments during making this card that I'm surprised it actually turned out okay in the end, but I'll show you how I managed to make it work. I've got a piece of watercolor cardstock here that I have cut out a panel using the stitched hillside border and then inked it up using some distress ink. These were leftover pieces from a previous project. The little grassy bits are from the Mama Elephant Sunday Strolls collection, and I coloured them in with a couple of copic markers. And I'm going to be adding a bunny to this card today. And this is the bunny from the Mama Elephant Up and Away collection. And I'm also going to be using this little shamrock or lucky 4-leaf clover. And that is also from Lawn Fawn from the Holiday Party Animals stamp set. There's not much colouring in these little tiny images, but I have got the colours at the top of the screen if you would like to have a go yourself. And this little bunny I want to be a light grey. So I start with the darkest colour, then go to my mid-tone and then blend it out using the lightest colour, which in fact is just the colourless blender in this case. For the shamrock I only use 2 colours because it's so teeny weeny. And then I run it through my Cuttlebug using the coordinating dies to get a perfectly cut impression. And here I have my little guys. Now I'm going to put a greeting on the top panel of the card, but I want it to say "because you love me." So I've picked this stamp set, which is a Simon Says Stamp Sending and Wishing stamp set, and I'm going to be using the "because" from this stamp up here, and the "you love" from the "you love and hugs," and then the M and E to say "me" from the "you smiles" stamp in this set. All of the stamps that I've chosen are a similar font and a similar size, so it works quite well. It is a little fiddly, but that's part of the fun. I'm using washi tape to mask off the parts of the stamp that I do not want to get any ink on. Then once I'm happy with the position of the washi tape, I'm inking it up with Memento Tuxedo black ink, removing the washi tape, and then very carefully stamping it onto a piece of cardstock. I've put a strip of that spotty washi tape onto my cardstock just to give me a baseline. It's just really a guide. To do the word "me," I had to do M first of all and then E. It was a little bit fiddly, and I did manage to get a little smudge between the love and the me. You can see here. But I'm taking a craft knife and giving it a really light little scrape, and then I'll come back in with an eraser, and that makes it practically so you can't even notice it. Now I want the frame to have a stitch border on it, and I forgot to do it before I cut out the hillside, so I'm turning my die upside down on my C plate, then putting the cardstock on top and holding it in place with some washi tape while I run it through my Cuttlebug. And this is a little trick that I do pretty much nearly every day. For the greeting that says "I'm so lucky," I'm going to be using the Simon Says Stamp Willow ink, and for the actual greeting I have spelt out the phrase "I'm so lucky" using the Lawn Fawn Milo stamp set. When I create my own phrase, I always do a test stamp, and it was a good job that I did because I accidentally picked up a Q instead of an O in the word "so." So I changed that out, and then I want to make sure that it is centered. So I'm putting a little tiny piece of washi tape just to guide me, so I know that when I stamp it, it is centered on this background. So when I stamped this, I hadn't realized that I was on the bumpy side of the cardstock, so it didn't give a really good impression. So I tried it again and I was actually really off. So it looks quite blurry in the picture there. So I had to change my tactics slightly, but that's okay. That's okay. I was going to stamp I'm So Lucky straight onto the card and then cut out the Because You Love Me section and put it and stick it on, but I had to swap it around. So I had to stamp again the Because You Love Me section, and now I'm going to create a little banner and emboss the I'm So Lucky on top. I'm using the same distress ink colours that I used for the grassy panel below, and that's Twisted Citron, a little bit of Mowed Lawn, and then a little tiny bit of pale paint just to bring in some of those darker tones. Once that was dry, I'm going to stamp my greeting that says I'm So Lucky with some Versamark, sprinkle on some white embossing powder, and give that a blast. So this is what it turned out like. I kind of missed the bottom of the eye there, but I'll go in with a gel pen and no one will ever know. So I'm cutting this out into a little rectangle and trimming it down, and I'm going to cut little banner tails into either side using a pair of sharp scissors. To do this, I cut a slit up the middle of the end panel and then use my scissors to cut and to snip from the corner into the end of that slit. So now I can take this green piece and hide up the mistake that I made and assemble the rest of my card. So let's stick this on here with some ATG adhesive and stick the bottom panel in place. And my little bunny is going to go right here. And I'll just use some glue dots to put him in place. Now I'm going to tuck the little grassy knoll in behind the grassy border and a few around about my bunny as well. To stick down these grassy bits, I'm using a mini glue dot. And I'm going to put one over here. And of course, the banner can go on top as well. I'm going to use some foam adhesive to secure that in place, and I'm putting it all the way across the back so that you can't see any of the mistake shining through. Now of course I need to add my little lucky clover to my bunny's hand, and I'm just going to finish off the card with a few little adhesive pearls. And that's the card done, really. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy me sharing even my little whoopsies with you. Please do give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and you can join me and see more of my work over at hungryheffycrafts.com. Have a great day and happy crafting! Bye!